Hello everyone, I'm Matthew DeLeo, also known as SonicMTD, and I thought I'd talk about a news story that has slipped through the cracks. It was posted in the Metro newspaper on September 10th and then sort of re-edited and followed up on September 11th, titled Unpaid Internships, a Massive Problem for Students. You see, in the article, we learned 22-year-old Samantha Bookma, a part-time constituency assistant for MPP Rod Jackson, was let go. It wasn't long before she noticed an ad for a former paid position as being free. She basically filed a complaint with Ontario's Labour Ministry, which has sparked minor, if not minuscule, media coverage. Her argument being that it's illegal that an unpaid intern basically replaces a paid worker. What was covered in the article was her former boss, MPP Rod Jackson, basically said, "No, we're looking for a volunteer, not an unpaid intern. It's a totally different thing, like catsup. Or Robert Cop 3. That's a weird reference. This was originally going to be a one-off, but upon researching this story, I found another story from Kathy Tomlinson of CBC News titled, Intern's Death After Overnight Shift Sparks Outcry. On October 31st, 2011, 22-year-old Andy Ferguson fell asleep behind the wheel and died in a car crash. Andy was a radio TV art student doing an internship with Virgin Radio and The Bear, which were both Alberta radio stations and both owned by Astral Media. They've been bought out by Bell Media, but that's neither here or there. Apparently, Andy was mistreated, working long hours, and was threatened with not being able to graduate if he refused. On the day of his death, Andy pulled in a total of 16 hours. His family filed a lawsuit that went nowhere because his hours were half paid, half unpaid. Apparently, unpaid time for training isn't covered by Canadian laws, so loophole. Upon reading these stories, my real point I want to drive home, is it even worth being an intern? I ask this because not only these two stories, but also my own personal experience and people that I've known and worked with who've also been kicked around by the system. We try our best to get a career in a world where it feels like we're looking in from the outside and it feels like our dreams are never obtainable. I get the fact that it's difficult trying to find a job in a highly competitive market, but I also feel that it's disgusting that these people get treated this way with no real promise of job security. Finally, I'd like to ask you, the viewer, how do you feel about this? Do you have any personal horror stories from your experience as being an intern, or do you disagree with me and think that it's not all doom and gloom? You can answer below in the comments, or you can hit me with a video reply, because, I like to hear what you think. But finally, I'd like to thank you for watching my video, and I swear I will upload something soon. I didn't even realize that the next video that I upload will be my 100th upload to my YouTube channel. I've really been sitting on my ass, haven't I? Either way, later days.